Alright, boys and girls, we are back, and what a roller coaster ride this week has been. We're talking big numbers of games, 2 game weeks, we're rolling in towards the end of the season, some big fights on the line for not just the clubs but even in the FPL. So let's break it down, let's get down to who won game week 35 and game week 36, find out who the good winners were, who the big losers were, who's moving around, where the fights are still happening for the end of the season with just 2 rounds left to go. So let's get down to it. We start at the top for game week 35, boys, and what a fucking week it was. Big 3 games for Man U, some massive double ups for other teams, and Jesus, were there some high scores, and were there some fucking low scores too though. But coming in at top spot himself was Jamie Cash. And I don't think I've said that at all this season. But he played his final chip this week, a triple captain, which he's been holding on for forever, and played it with perfection. He triple captained Fernandez, who had 3 games this week, and hauled him in a massive 57 points. Turned out to be a fucking masterstroke by him. If you look through his team, there were some failures, but that triple captain alone covered a lot of the failures. So Shaw, Seiss, Lingard, Kane, all blanking. You know, Kane shouldn't have probably blanked. He should have somehow not in the goals, but fuck me, everybody else did quite a performance. You know, Trent 16 points, Martinez 12, Salah with 13, Pereira and Iniacho 7-9, and then Fabio Silva coming in with 5. But it was that triple captain of Fernandez that was the big key element to this game week for him. And to top it off, you know, he did bring him in for Son, so it was a big move there, but he did bring in Shaw for Digne, and Digne did turn in quite a decent game week, and he managed to get 6 and 8, so 14 points for, you know, Shaw's 3 or 4 I think he got, because he screwed me too. So not much, 2 points. So you lost out a little bit there. That one transfer would have got you top spot clear and day, and probably even got you up the table a little bit. But all in all, a very fucking solid week. Excellent work for holding on to that triple captain. And now we move on to who came in second. Now, coming in second for game week 35 was none other than yourself, me. And I'm talking about me, boys. 122 fucking points. It was a masterstroke. Managed to get me from being at 18 points behind to like 18 points ahead of Whippet at the end of these 2 game weeks. And fuck me, was it a good game week for me. I made the big call of putting Alisson in goals a few weeks ago. Turned out to be a genius move. 11 points for him. Digne get me 14, Jota get me 10, Salah get me 13, and then the ballsy captain decision. Genius stroke move. Sometimes, boys, I'm playing 4D chess, and fuck me, I captain Greenwood, knowing that he's going to play more minutes than most of the other guys, considering there was 3 games in like 5 days. So he got me 38 points, turned out to work a treat. Richarlison was one of the only blanks, so I had Shaw, Castagna and Richarlison all blanking really for me, but with Cavani and Iniacho up front doing solid work. The only thing that let me down, Dallas on the bench, fucking 9 points. Again, this guy has scored so many fucking points for me on the bench this season. So, fortunately I didn't back him, unfortunately he was on the bench. Now would put me clear top, but it was a great week for myself, and has now got me really decently poised heading into these final 2 game weeks. But let's move on to the guys who absolutely sucked this game week. Now, coming in last for the game week 35 is a guy who's sitting down near the bottom of the table, literally flailing around trying to stay alive and stay relevant in the league, and that is my boy Jake Miller. Now this guy got 37 points with teams playing triple games and most playing doubles. How did you even physically do that? It would have been harder to not pick players to score points than it would have been to pick players that score points. I have fucking no idea how you did it. You managed to get every single one of your players, bar 2, to basically blank. Jota and Son were the only 2 guys that didn't blank on you, and everybody else fucking failed. And you even had Che Adams on your bench, who got 13 fucking points. Like, if you were playing the opposite game, you fucking did real well and nailed it, my friend. But that just proves as to why you're sitting down third bottom. You are clear third bottom, so there is no real threat. You know, Corey and Luke are fighting it out for those 2 bottom spots, but shit, man, it was a bad game week for you. Now, coming in second to bottom for Game Week 35 is a guy that's actually been doing quite alright lately. Been fighting for those kind of top 4 spots, and that's Mark. 57 points, man. You took a -8 and still managed to fuck this week up. I have no idea how you did it. You know, you did a ballsy captain decision. I'm all for fucking ballsy captain decisions. And you went Zaha, and that dude did fucking nothing. Absolutely fucked you, that guy did. Mitchell getting 7, Wan-Bissaka getting 8, Son getting 7, Calvert-Lewin getting 11, and Vardy getting 7. All sound really good, but when you like compare it against most people's teams for the week, it's really not. 57 points was half of what most people were getting this week. Half. So it really fucking dented you for this top 4 run-in. But let's see, can you rebound into Game Week 36 and on? We'll soon see. So let's find out. But yeah, bad week for Mark, coming in second to bottom this week. Now we move on to Game Week 36, and what a turnaround it was for Mark. From bottom to top in literally a few days. 57 points in Game Week 36. Now that turned out to be a good result, considering the previous game week he got 57 points, and that was a bad result. So well done on being consistent, Mark. And this week he managed to get you to the top. 7 points for measly in goals. Mitchell scoring 13 for you, you know, bringing in. You got Zaha, Bale and Rafinha all cleaning up, with Kane getting himself 8 points. The only downfall was Calvert-Lewin letting you down. Captained him, got him 2 points, 4 points with captain. Wasn't a great result there. But all in all, a very solid week, and it really redeemed you after the previous week. And it got you right back into that top 4 fight. So well done, Mark. 2 weeks down to go. Let's see if you can mount the title charge and bring yourself into that top 3. And to follow up on what was amazing 2 weeks in a row is Jamie, man. Winner of Game Week 35, absolutely cleaning up, and then following it up with a 2nd place finish for 36. What a fucking solid 2 weeks this guy had. You know, and this changed his season massively. He is now well and truly safe within that top 6, kind of made his own position. He's got himself plenty clear of everyone else. So fucking great 2 weeks back to back. Shows you what you can do in 2 weeks. Quick succession, you can change shit real easily. And the big thing for him was captain and Salah. He had 10 points, got him to 20, absolutely set the week on fire. You know, Trent Alexander-Arnold, 6 points, Llorente 6, Pereira 5, and then Kane getting him 8 up front. And there was a few blanks in there, but it didn't matter, man. It was a solid fucking week from Jamie, and I believe some solid transfers in too. Yeah, you brought in Llorente, Bamford, and Kane. So, brilliant week, man. I don't know how, though, you managed to bring in Kane and out Kane within the same week. So, what the fuck happened there? You might have taken a -4 for no reason at all, but fuck it, you still came second. So, fucking good week, mate. But as quickly as some rise, others fall. And fuck me, did little Matt fall hard this week. 22 points. Boy, I was getting scared. I thought you were going to be the little dark horse that slipped on up behind me and whip it and took 1st place in the last game week. Fuck, after this week, I ain't worried at all. God damn, man, your team fell apart quick. You know, Kane getting you 8 points and Son getting you 6 points was literally everything that you had. Nothing else got you any fucking points. You had too many Man U players that blanked. Jota going in injured didn't help. Bamford fucking somehow not getting on the score sheet in a 4-0 drubbing. Lucky, mate. So it looks like 3rd spot or maybe 4th spot, depending on how well Mark goes, is up for grabs. So I guess you're not going to take that top 2. It's down to me and Whip till the end. Alright, boys, now it's the moment of truth. The last 2 game weeks coming up, and we break down the table, who's still in with the fight, who's still got chances at positions, and who is battling who. Let's start at the top, alright? Me and Aiden are going down to the wire, boys. It looks like we put a bit of a gap between Matt, and he might be done and dusted unless some miracle happens in the next 2 weeks. But me and Whip, right there, right close to each other. There isn't much between us, less than 20 points, boys. So it's going to come down to that final fucking game week. Matt, you managed to maybe solidify yourself now, top 3 spot. 30 odd points clear of Mark, but Mark having a solid turnaround in the last game week, but also a shit turnaround in the first game week, may just pull some miracles out his ass and finish up 3rd. So still a big fight for 3rd and 4th there, boys. Now we move on to another battle, and that's for 5th and 6th. Sean and Blake are neck and neck, and Blake, boy, you have made the moves of a god at the end of this season. I want to see you overtake Mark and come 4th, man. That would be perfection. So big fight there as well. Now, Jamie, after 2 strong, solid game weeks, he's managed to put himself right in the contention for top 6. So one person, Mark, Sean or Blake, slipping up, Jamie's come fucking flying in, boys. So watch out for this lad. But well and truly clear. So he's not leaving that spot, I don't reckon. But he can easily jump into the top 5 and 6. We move on next to Tyler, who's managed to give himself a bit of a gap between everyone else. Similar to Jamie, those two are kind of safe. You know, they've got their positions locked in. I don't think Tyler's anyway going to be fighting anyone any above him, but he's definitely locked in on that spot. Then you move in to another pack of fucking 4 guys fighting each other. And that's Andrew and Jack fighting over like 2 spots over a couple of points, and Brett and Morgan fighting over the same spot for a couple of points. Fuck me, it's close in that mid-table, boys. So who is going to beat out who and take their spot? Then you move down to the bottom 5, and you've got guys like Sam and Reese. They've been fighting each other for weeks, and they're closing that gap, man. Closing that gap on that mid-table. Another bad week from Brett and Morgan, and another good week from these two. And fuck me, they'll be right up upon you real soon. Then you go down to the bottom 3, and you got Corey, Luke, and Jake sitting around that bottom. It looks like Jake's kind of solidified himself 3rd to bottom. He's done and dusted. He's relegated, boys. A relegation now. And it looks like we're having a straight fight for bottom spot. Is it going to be Luke? Is it going to be Corey? Which one of the 2 fucking guys is going to turn up for the last game week and actually play the fucking game? Because that's what it means. You put some guys in, you got to play the game, you're probably not going to lose. So let's see who turns up, boys. But some big battles to come. 2 more weeks, lads. Keep your shit together. Make some transfers. The deadlines are closing fast. So get your shit in quickly. Because, boys, Sunday night, we're going to have that final fucking game week. And let's try to organise it. Let's all get down and around. I know it's a fucking Sunday night. We've got work on Monday, but fuck it. Let's come down, have a celebration. Celebration for what has been a fucking great FPL season. Lads, to make your lives easier, I do some hard work for you. And now if you aren't playing, or you're just fucking around, or you don't have time, or you don't give a fuck to watch videos or figure anything out, boys, I've given you 3 amazing choices to put in your team for the last 2 game weeks. And now, there's a whole lot of reasons behind them, but points per game is the thing that I'm going to be focusing on here. Fernandes, Fernan Torres, and Sadio Mane. Big 3 players, 2 expensive ones. One in the middle is a bit more affordable, but fuck me, all in the midfield, boys, all going to return some points. All with solid games with the last 2 game weeks, and all should, and I repeat, should play maximum minutes. Fernandes has basically been in every team for Manchester United. Fernan Torres has only just started to play really well, getting his chances up front. Obviously, Man City heading towards the Champions League final are resting players, so he should play both games in 4 minutes. Fernandes should play both games 4 minutes because he's basically played every game ever since. And Mane, now with Jota out injured, will play every minute of the last 2 games looking to secure Champions League spots. So boys, if you look at the fixtures on the right here, you've got some solid ones coming up. Liverpool, Burnley, Crystal Palace, the last 2. Man City, Brighton and Everton. Man U have Fulham and Wolves, and Chelsea have Leicester and Villa. So there's some good solid fixtures coming up. That Chelsea-Leicester game is the only thing that I would be afraid of. And then any other team basically playing any other shit, guys. You know, I'd maybe avoid Arsenal with Crystal Palace and Brighton on the horizon. Those 2 games are going to be very tough for Arsenal. So if you've got Arsenal players, I highly advise not having them. Get rid of them for one of these 3. Newcastle, they've got a solid run coming in. Sheffield and Fulham, 2 relegated teams with a team that is just fucking banging in goals for fun at the moment. So look in there, boys. Try to find something in there. Joel Linton or something, man. They're fucking going to get you some points, alright? West Ham, obviously West Brom and Southampton, so they've got 2 solid games coming up, so gamble on them doing something and coming back and maybe throwing a spanner in the works for that top 4 spot again. So boys, there's your options. Make some choices if you aren't playing. If you're that Luke or Corey down the bottom fighting for the bottom spot, just pick one of these, man. It's going to probably save you and make you not bottom. So boys, do some work, get some transfers in. You've got one day. Let's make it happen. And that's it, boys. We've done it. Double wrap-up video with 2 more game weeks coming up. I'm probably going to be trying to smash out a game week 37 one real quick as we head towards a game week 38, and then we break down who finishes last, who finished first, blah blah blah, all the extra stuff, who got the trophies, who finished where, and a time to arrange to do it all, boys. So I look forward to seeing you in the next video. I look forward to seeing you out at training. Got the Foxes rep on for the fucking B grade who pulled out a fucking solid win, boys. So well done. Enjoy your week. I'll talk to you in the next video.